I'll not be named shirt.
That is a dope shirt. Bam, we're live. What's up, girl?
What's going on?
Look at our haircuts.
What happened?
He said, look at our haircuts.
Yeah, man. Viking Dyke, let's go.
My haircut, I mean, I know you know this, but other people probably don't know this. I cut my hair like this to copy your hair.
I remember I was like, you were.
I'm like, hey, I'm going to do your hair.
You had too much hair. And you're like, I want to shave it, but I don't want to shave it. I was like, just get this one.
Garrett, what do my hair's getting long.
Yeah.
Is your hair long?
Yeah, man.
What are you going to do with it? What do you do with it? Just keep letting it grow long? I mean, I would feel bad cutting it, I think.
I either braid it or, I mostly wear it down.
When you do wear it down?
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah, the curls. Love the curls.
I guess when I follow you on Insta. Oh, you know what? I bet you I don't even follow you with my new account. I'm going to request you right now to follow you on my new account.
Oh, you gave me bravery. My account's open now. You can just go to it.
Okay. Hold on. G Strong 81. Okay. I guess all this. I guess in your account, is it always up? Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
I don't comment on a lot of people's stuff, so I don't get.
Yeah, your hair's up in every single post that you make.
Well, pictures, yeah, but when I go to work or walk around or go to dinner, date night, it's always down.
Down, all right. Hey, even with your hair down, someone will confuse you as a boy?
Yeah.
No shit.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Crazy.
That's why me and my wife don't get messed with very often because people just think we're a straight couple.
What state are you in again?
New York.
Oh, they don't care there, do they? They got lesbian
not
hate
where
there?
No, not the we out here on the east end of Long Island, it's pretty nobody bat an eye at you, really.
Hey, how close are you to Jethro's gym? I said it wrong last time. Chief Nation?
I think it's like 45 minutes.
God, it's a fucking
They're closer
small
to
world.
the city. I'm more on the fishtail part of Long Island.
Hey, thanks for doing this last minute with me.
Hey, man, anytime.
How's the podcast going?
It's so fun. I just like practicing. It's just practice. It's good
time. And how often are you doing it?
I'm trying to at least be on twice a week, but when I have the time, now that it's wintertime, I have the time, I try to get on like 3 or 4 times.
And are you doing that?
Yeah.
I'm going to type it in. What's it called? Glinton?
Glinton things.
And it's you and your lady, you and your wife.
Yeah, my buddy was on with me last night. We were talking crazy, probably. If you talk like that, you probably get demonetized, but we're not monetized, so it doesn't matter.
I had a video pulled down, episode 198. That's 1,300 episodes ago. I can't tell if it's just a bot going through my old episodes or if it's someone going through with them. It's kind of weird because it synchronizes with the day before. Pedro had one pulled down where I was a guest on the show, but in the show I said that the vaccine will not stop the spread of infection. It will not stop the spread of infection. And so they pulled it down because of that. And then I Googled, will the COVID vaccine stop infection? And the first thing says, no, it won't. If it does, they called it a scant. And then I appealed it and I got my show back.
Oh, there you go.
I can't even fucking believe it.
I feel like they told us that it wasn't going to stop the spread of infection after we all took it. Like it was immediately, first off, it was, oh, you're not going to get it if you take it. And then it was, oh, it'll just reduce the symptoms.
Did you take it?
Yeah. And yes, I regret it.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
You are? Seriously? Like if you're I know you're very active, CrossFit, boxing, basketball. When you play, you trip?
I feel like I have enough fitness in my background that I'm probably going to be okay. But yeah, it freaks me out. I mean, we definitely, when they rolled out the, hey, this is safe for kids under 5 or whatever it was, I was like, there's no way that.
So you didn't give it to your son?
No, absolutely not. I did it. At the
job,
time
by the way. Good job.
Yeah, no, no. I don't even like the flu vaccine. I haven't taken the flu vaccine. I took it once when it first came out, and I'm not even a a fan of that.
I took it once too. The same year. The only time I've ever had the flu was the year I took the flu vaccine.
Yeah.
I've only had the flu once in
Same.
my life. Yeah.
Yeah. And they tried to make me take it in the hospital actually when my kid was born. Because if you want to take the baby home, get a flu vaccine. And I was like, I do not have to get a flu vaccine to take my kid home. So I'm not like no. So none of us got it. We all went home. It was fine.
For those of you who don't know, this is Garrett Glinton. She was a guest on the show. She's a listener of the show, and she became a friend. She's someone I text with regularly. The rest of the guests, don't anyone try that shit. This was just she asked me, she said, I don't know exactly how you said it. I'm going to paraphrase, but hey, are we just friends because I'm black and I'm a lesbian? I'm uh-huh. Yes. Yes.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, that's the reason.
That's what they told me. So
I got plenty of just regular white dude friends. I'm done with those. Travis Bagent told me, he's like, hey, dude, now that my son's famous, I'm not doing any normal people.
Not doing any normal.
I'm not doing any, like, fuck the normal people. Like, you got, like, you could be grandfathered in.
Right.
The normal people could be grandfathered in, but I'm not doing any, I'm not doing any just like, I don't have time for that anymore. I'm being more selfish with who I let in to my friendships.
That's fair.
Yeah, because you only have so many hours in the day.
Right. Yeah.
You can't just let in someone like if like someone just has the exact same perspective as me and living my life. Fuck it, like you're just normal. Do you have it? Do you have a cohort of people, and no matter what you answer if they call, like 2 or 3 or 4 people? You do.
Yeah. You giving me such a good lesson about this is like, people freak out immediately if you don't answer their phone call and like, oh, are you mad at me? Oh, you don't like me anymore. Oh, whatever. And through being friends with you, I've realized that that's a you problem. If that's what you think, if I don't happen to answer my phone that day, or I don't respond to you for another, 2 days or something like that, like, dude, I'm busy. I got things to do. I got a whole life right now. Like, I love you. I'll answer you when I can.
And then there's other people. I'll show you. I was looking at, Andrew has this new video up, and it's the 2634 mark. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Hiller Fit. What'd I say? 2634. Oh, wait, is it here? Yeah, here. Okay, look at this. This is at the 2634 mark. And
you're calling.
And he's in the middle of making a video. I don't know he's in the middle of making this video, right? He's just making a video, and I call him, and he answers.
I heard you, and you're calling me. Jeez. Hey, dude, I'm working out. Okay, bye.
And I just say, okay, bye. I'm so excited that he answered.
Right.
That's enough.
I'm good.
I know the rules. I'm lucky you answered. I know the 10 other people call. He ain't answering that shit. So when I call, I'm not taking advantage of him. I'm like, oh, cool. What do we want to talk about? Something? No, motherfucker. He's breathing heavy. He's working out. I'll call you later.
I'm like that with Jana too. The super awesome, free thinking lesbian. She's very
I know her. Is she the one who's on your show?
Yeah, she comes on whenever she can. But I'm like that with her too. Like, I call her, she'll answer and be, hey, I'm in the middle of talking to the school board right now. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I'll talk to you later. You're doing.
Yeah, totally. No offense. I'm so excited you answered.
Yeah. Like, and she does. And she talks like to her representatives and goes to all kinds of marches and things and whatnot. And when she answers my call, I'm like, oh, thank you. And if she can talk, she can talk. And if she can't, hey, man.
Kenneth DeLapp, did he call you later though? I didn't give him a chance. I guess I haven't watched the end of that video yet, but I guess I called him again at the 44-minute mark. So 18 minutes later, I called him again. I forget what I wanted to tell him, but I was so excited to share something with him. Hey, this dude, let me see. This guy here, in the upper left-hand corner, this black dude, is that guy a regular on your show?
That's the dude that, remember I said there's one guy that babysits my kid. That's him. He's our best friend.
And
So
does he run the back end during the
Yeah.
show? I hear you talking to some guy.
Yeah, that's Jeff.
What's he think about the transformation and perspective that you've gone through? How long you known him?
Long time, with probably over 10 years now. We've been all of it, but my wife has known him for probably over 20 years at this point. And
Since they were kids? Since they were kids?
Yeah, high school.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of has gone through the transformation. Like when I started to get out of the liberal section, he kind of was listening. He was the first one I tried to talk to see if a liberal could understand what I was going through, what I was seeing, what I was thinking. He was the first one. And honestly, he came along with me. If you listen to him last night, he's against reparations too. He's like, what is that? So we're just going to pay ourselves.
Hey, is it hard? I was thinking, you know, that story came out about Citibank a few months ago, where Citibank in Armenia is not lending money to Armenian people, or any people with the last name of IAN and YAN. You know, they got in trouble for that. And I sat still for a second, and I'm like, I was like, does this hurt my feelings at all anywhere? And I couldn't really, I didn't really feel anything, right? I was like, no, it doesn't hurt I can honestly say it doesn't hurt my feelings. But does it hurt your feelings, or is it hard sometimes because you identify with going with one team? Let's say being black for starters, and then there's there'll be a story, you know what I mean? Like it'll be like black youth are half as literate as white youth graduating from high school, let's say, some shit like that, right? 50% of white kids can read and write when they come out of high school, only 25% of black kids can. And you see that. Does that hurt still? Like, are you like, fuck, god damn it, like that's my team?
Well, first off, I can't even say that was my team, because they'll tell me now, black people will tell me now that I can't identify as black, because
does that hurt? Does that hurt hearing that?
It used to. I mean, it does. If you don't want to, if you don't want to say that I'm black, or I'm half black, or you don't want to acknowledge the fact that my dad looks like Jeff, then fine, that's on you.
Jeff's the dude in the show.
Yeah.
He's
just a bigger version of Jeff, and so I mean that's fine. I came out super white with blue eyes and blonde hair as a kid. Okay, but so I don't even get that, because I haven't gone through anything. I've never had a cop pull me over and treat me differently. So I've never gone through the black struggle. So I can't. So I was always like, let me help my black family, my black friends by, you guys are all bad because you treat them horribly when they get pulled over. You follow them around a grocery store because you just assume they're going to steal. And so I went down that road, I guess you can say, when I was like super, super liberal and super triggered. But I'm not hurt by, people are just people, and you got good people and you got bad people. And if you look at me and assume that I'm going to steal something or whatever, then that's on you.
Yeah. And the truth is, in my opinion, obviously I'm not black, but I could easily say that about being a boy. Like, I've been followed inside of 100 7-Elevens and Safeways.
Yeah.
But I accepted the fact is because I was a 16-year-old boy. And that's
but you can say that about rednecks too. Like,
that's what 16-year-old boys do. Yeah, if I saw some dude come into a store with torn jeans, barefoot, and a fucking flannel and a shoe and a fucked up Budweiser hat,
you're like, hey,
I'm watching him through the fucking mirrors too as he walks. Yeah, fuck yeah. Especially when he's by the Hennessy aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's equal opportunity. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, but that doesn't mean that some people don't do it because some people are black. Just like I wouldn't have done it. I probably wouldn't do it if it was a girl just wearing a dress.
Right. Yeah. Like, how far are you going to take this? If it's a well-dressed black man in a suit and tie
Right.
that smells good, that's got the perfume cologne on or whatever,
Right.
you're not going to, are you going to not watch him because he's well-dressed?
Right.
If it, how far are we going?
Oh shit, is my email not working? What the fuck is going on here? I want to show you this clip. I was telling you about this clip. Oh, wow, my email is not working. All right, here we go. Give me 1 second here. Yeah. My Gmail signed out. You got a Roadcaster?
Yeah.
And you dig it?
I love it. I still think one of your number one episode on the Mount Rushmore of Sevan is the one where you can't get sound for like 45 minutes.
Oh, great.
That was the greatest episode ever. Your chat was just on fire. It was awesome.
It's a good team.
Yeah.
Okay, where is this? Oh, here it is. How about this one? Speaking about being black. So you saw in the congressional hearings that lady, this, I don't know if she's a senator or a congressman. Oh shit. Is this chick Armenian? Nazarian? Anyway, so this, I think this is her not asking Claudine. I think this is her asking the lady from Penn, the white lady.
Oh yeah.
And she says, but here, watch, have you seen this clip where they switch out Jew for black?
No.
Oh, wait till you see this. They use AI. Wait till you see this. This is fucking nuts. This is so powerful right here. Watch this.
Ms. McGill, at Penn, does calling for the genocide of black and brown people violate Penn's rules or code of conduct? Yes or no?
If the speech turns into
crazy, right?
Whoa. Yeah.
Crazy, right? Crazy. I heard that shit and I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. It's the best use of AI I've heard.
Yeah, that's great.
Ms. McGill, at Penn, does calling for the genocide of black and brown people violate Penn's rules or code of conduct? Yes or no?
if the speech turns into conduct, it can be harassment. Yes.
I am asking.
What does that mean if it turns into conduct? You got to actually kill somebody?
Yeah, you got to beat somebody up. It's got to be a physical altercation.
That's great. That's crazy.
Specifically calling for the genocide of black and brown people. Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
It is a context-dependent decision, Congresswoman.
It's a context-dependent decision. That's your testimony today. Calling for the genocide of black and brown people is depending upon the context. That is not bullying or harassment. This is the easiest question to answer. Yes, Ms. McGill.
Look what someone wrote in the comments. This is fake. Yeah, no shit, dumb. Yeah, someone wrote, this is fake. This discussion was on how the calling for the genocide of Jews across college campuses is not about black and brown genocide. This is race-based story. What the fuck? Yeah, no shit. It Absolutely. Says it's fake. If you look at the bottom of the screen, do you know what AI generates means? Someone's like, yeah, that's the exact point. Wow. That's the problem, man. We're dealing with some retards.
Yeah, and the lady from the white lady from UPenn doesn't have her job anymore, but Claudine still does.
Well, you know what I heard, Garrett? I heard that they just moved her to the law department.
Oh, they took her away?
Yeah, they tucked her away.
Nice.
They put her in the law school. Hey, and here's another thing. You know, I don't want to like Claudine Gay. Claudine Gay is the president of Harvard, the black lady. But I searched yesterday for about 30 minutes looking for where she cheated because, you know, they're accusing her of plagiarism.
Yeah.
I looked on Fox. I looked on CNN. I looked on MSNBC. I looked on ABC. And everywhere they're just telling you she did it, but no one would actually show me where. and
Oh,
what
it's
she
in the
did.
post. It was in the
It
post.
is?
She plagiarized off another black lady, which is why they were like, "Oh, well, she's not gonna get in trouble for this." It was in the New York Post. And
Oh.
it is fair, like, she plagiarizes, like, 99% of it. Like, she changed 3 words.
Oh, okay, so this goes all the way back to December 12th. Harvard
Yeah.
covered up secret plagiarism probe into President Claudine Gay during anti-Semitism storm. Wow. Okay. All right. Because I'm like, hey, I can't really
Yeah, they gave examples,
they
and the
did,
lady
okay.
actually that she plagiarized off of came out and said, like, "Hey, they're not gonna do anything about it because she's black."
And it's legit plagiarism. So the way CNN was saying it is she just didn't use the right citation.
That's I think how Harvard's playing it off.
I wonder how much you have to copy before it's plagiarism.
I think that's the discrepancy. Yeah.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
you're right. They actually have it here. Wow.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
It's fairly close.
Is that it though? That's the only thing?
No, there's a couple different ones.
Look at you. Okay. All right. Fine. I'll have to go look at this. Because last night I'm like, hey, I can't smash her if they can't prove it to me. It's like when they said that Trump was racist and all I could find was that he wanted a Jew accountant instead of black accountant. I'm like, I can't.
Hey, listen, I made that mistake with Trump originally. I'm not making it again. I'm looking shit up because I
Yeah,
made
I'm
the
looking shit up too. Yeah.
I'm not. I did
Or
that.
that
I
he
hated
hates
him.
Mexicans when all he said was is like, hey, they're sending over their worst people. It's like, yeah, of course they are. You do you ever get is your podcast heavily what are the main topics you guys talk about?
We've
Are
kind
there
of
main topics?
I usually try to pick 1 or 2, but I mean, we've kind of found our niche a little bit with the transgender thing. Is I've been watching too many Jubilee podcasts because they have a lot of debates on there with conservative versus liberal, and it's like conservative trans versus liberal trans. It's conservative parents versus liberal parents. I want to watch the one that's like alpha male versus beta male. Like, who says they're a beta male? Like, what dude is like, hey, I'm beta. Let me go on that podcast.
What's the podcast called?
It's Jubilee. And it's called it's Middle Ground episodes. There's a bunch of them. They're pretty cool.
How'd you find it?
By accident, because I found it with Jenna because one of her friends that's also from Gays Against Groomers went on the podcast, and she was fire when she went on. That was the liberal lesbians versus conservative lesbians. Becky Weiss was on that one.
Oh, this is a this is a huge podcast.
Yeah. Yep.
How have I never heard of this? This thing is fucking massive. Look at this. They got one where men rank themselves by their penis size.
There's the alpha versus beta male. Yeah. I mean, and they say that Jubilee is more left leaning. If you kind of watch some of the podcasts from the people that have been on it, they try to lean more towards the left asking questions, but I felt like all the conservative participants handled it like champs.
Look at this. Flat Earther versus Scientist, 26 million views.
Yeah, man.
That's nuts.
It's some of them are really good. Some of them are ridiculous, but some of them are actually really good.
Who is the gay man? Oh,
that's where I asked the question, because there was somebody on there that was like, I'm a what the hell, non-binary lesbian. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. What does that mean? What are you trying to say?
Look at this rank by height. Oh shit, this is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, these are fun.
They're very fun.
Oh, I cheated. I went straight to the end. Look, they gave the tall black dude a basketball. You see that?
Yeah.
I really want to click this one, this penis size one. Wow.
Yeah, you probably have to play that every 4 seconds. They definitely come at you.
Yeah, and look at this one, gay or straight. This one looks so fun too. Oh yeah, here's your alpha versus beta. Jesus.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is inspiration for you. This.
Yeah, I like it a lot. They have a lot of really good conversations on there that are like, why aren't we talking about some of this stuff just
Israel
regularly?
versus Palestine, fat versus skinny,
Yeah.
LGBTQ versus former LGBTQ.
Yeah, that's the pray the gay away.
Hey, do you do any of that? LGBTQ, LGBTQ.
What do you, I mean, no.
Like, do you identify
So-
with any of that? Do you have a bumper sticker on your car? Do you,
No.
being gay, do you have any like affiliation with that? Like in
I
your
used to when I came out when I was like 18, 19, like 20 something years ago, sure, because it didn't mean all this stuff. It
Right.
just it signified that it was a safe place to go. That they, you know what I mean? Back then there really was still prejudice about this stuff. Like you really couldn't.
There's for sure still prejudice. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely among I would definitely say men, and understandably so. Like I understand why a straight society, especially men, are afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
I totally get it, right? Like we know what we're about, and then you see one that's like not what you're doing, and you, I mean, different scares people, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so gay men kind of threaten straight men's masculinity.
Sure. Yeah. And of course men don't want to have a gay son. I get that. Like I completely understand that.
Why do you think they don't want to? Just because they don't want the hardship for their kid, or that they want their genes spread forward?
I think both. I
You have a son. Do you want him to be straight?
Yeah.
You do?
I think it would be easier for him. If he's not, obviously, we'll handle that and we'll, but no, of course it's easier. You have kids. It's easier to have, as gay men, it's very difficult to have kids if you want to have kids. They're not really letting you adopt. Then you have to go find, like when me and my wife had a kid, we already had the womb, right? Like we didn't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
2 gay men are going to have to pay a woman to birth their kid if they want to use their own sperm.
So if that was a safe place, right? So you walk by a bar and it has a sticker that says LGBTQ on it, and then now that's been I guess that's been taken from you. It's kind of like I feel like it's kind of like BLM.
Yeah, it's gone.
It just got, and it kind of sucks because like I wouldn't like it if there was an organization that said Armenian Lives Matter and I didn't like it.
Yeah. No, you can't, because they don't accept everybody. Like I'm gay, if I walked into a LGBTQ whatever
With the Trump shirt on, MAGA 2020.
Yeah. And I said like, hey, I don't believe in everything that you guys believe in, they're gonna kick me out the door faster than any other group would.
Yeah.
So it's not as accepting as you might want to think it is, or they make it seem.
It is the main problem. It's trying to put too many people together. I mean, like, so let me throw one thing out there that I think that you don't agree with. That organization seems to think it's okay for men to participate in women's sports.
Yes.
So they support this 51-year-old man who's competing in swim competitions and changing in the locker room in Canada with girls who are between the age of 8 and 16.
Yeah.
And you find that utterly disgusting.
That's absolutely awful.
Yeah. He should be drug out, handcuffed, and thrown in a cell somewhere.
There's no way. If I had a daughter, no way.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And maybe if you saw him and no one was looking, you'd punch him in the fucking neck.
If he's in the locker room with my daughter, my 13-year-old daughter, yeah.
Hey, dude, if he's in the locker room with my 13-year-old boy,
yeah,
he needs to be punched in the face.
What is happening? Why do you want to? That's my question. Why do you want to be in a locker room and swim and change and go to the bathroom next to children? That's more my question. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that? Why do they want to normalize that? Is there any chance that we're wrong? Oh no, it's totally normal. I don't think so. I think kids find naked adults disgusting that aren't their parents.
I mean, yeah, they
I found
find
naked adults disgusting.
absolutely. The first time I ever walked out, my grandfather was peeing with the door open. I had a heart attack. I was like traumatized for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
No, no kid wants that.
Sleeky, can someone fill me in? This is a trans man or a gay man? This is neither.
Neither. But most people would think I'm probably a trans man.
You think she's talking about you, or you think she's talking about the person we're talking about?
Oh, usually they're talking about me. So
are you talking about Garrett?
I'm happy to answer.
Go ahead.
No, that dude's a trans woman. That's where this is why it's so. But
that's a man. That's a man. Well, for me, you're a woman, and that guy is a man, and I don't care what he says.
Yes.
I mean, for me, it's easier just to say, oh yes, the guest. Yeah, the guest is just a black woman. I know it's weird. Go figure. It's just a black woman. You know, as I'm staring at you here too, you kind of look like Shelby Neal, and she got a black dad. You know who that is?
I've heard the name. I know she's a CrossFitter.
Yeah, she's the redheaded girl, and now that if I just kind of go like this to you and just look at like between your eyebrows and your lips.
Yeah. Hey man, we all come out in different shapes and sizes and colors.
I don't see. Let me see. Shelby Neal, CrossFit. So that's every day. Oh, here she is. So that's every day for you. If that's like that's a regular listener on the show.
Yeah, that's a regular comment for me during the day.
That's crazy. I when I see you, I just see girl. It's so weird. I don't know. Is something wrong with me?
No, because you know me.
Oh. But look at your cheeks and your lips and your eyes. You're just girl. You got girl.
That's why people. I have no idea.
You see this? This girl's black.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm sure that she's not accepted that way.
No, probably not either. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, like legit black. Like her dad's like black. Like I saw the dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you scroll through my Instagram, somewhere down in the middle, there's a picture of me and my dad. I look just like him. I'm just the white version of him.
Yeah, Sleeky. No, I didn't get any bitch from you. Wasn't trying to be a bitch. Legit confused. Yeah.
Oh, everybody's confused when.
So you go into I know we talked about this before. Bear with me here, but so you go into a girl's bathroom. You're at the movie theater, and you go into the girl's bathroom, and like 5 women are like, "What the fuck is she doing here?" Or he.
Yeah, I've basically just try not to do it anymore.
What if you have to pee? I'd be fucked.
I have to go to find like a gas station bathroom, or like I said before, I've literally planned long distance driving trips around where bathrooms are that I can go into.
Wow.
That's why I'm like, no, sorry, transgender women can also not go into a woman's bathroom.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Garrett was a listener of the show, and
I was very liberal, I guess, and used to fight with you.
Yeah, and then also just through conversations when we became friends, she also helped me process stuff. So we helped each other process stuff, and we just became friends. And then yesterday I was like, "Hey, I don't have any guests," and she's like, "I'll do it." And I said, "Fucking A." And I've been meaning to have her on. And she started a podcast, and she got a roadcaster. And what's crazy about that is so many people want to do it, but the consistency and getting in the practice is a son of a bitch. No one wants to do it, and you're doing it, and you got your wife to do it with you.
Yeah, I roped her into it.
Why did you think I didn't like Terry?
That you what?
What's your wife's name? Yeah,
Colleen.
Colleen. Sorry, Terry. Why did you think I didn't like Colleen? Because I called her Terry.
Yeah, right. No, just because she was always more kind of critical of you, I guess, or just whenever you would talk about political stuff, it took her a little longer to kind of understand your presentation. Now
yeah.
She didn't like a lot of hog talk.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I understand. Okay, fair. But I don't dislike her at all. And I completely understand why people don't like too much hog talk. Even
But-
my wife will be like, "Man, you talk about dicks a lot."
Yeah. I mean, I think it's funny. Now I'm just like, this is just now I'm also a 15-year-old boy running around downstairs saying whatever I'm saying. I'm like, pause, no homo. Like,
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
I know. It's fine.
Stephen Flores, she doesn't like hog talk. Makes sense. Well, Carl Kaplan, Garrett, what was the cause of the change to move from liberal ideology? Was there something specifically that happened?
Really, and I tell this story all the time, is when you had Xavier Druso on. I mean, I had already watched a lot of your political shows, and I made the promise to myself that I would listen all the way through all of your shows to hear everything you were saying, and then I started asking you questions. But then when you had Xavier Druso on, and I listened to that entire episode, it really was the truth. It was like 3 minutes later, I had just gotten home from visiting family, and I finished the podcast, and I texted you, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. It just, the fact that they say that Black people can't be racist, or that there's actually a group of people that can't be racist, all of it, the gender identity.
So the
crisis.
cognitive dissonance was too much for you to make the leap. You couldn't keep making the leaps.
No, I couldn't keep saying that I agreed with 99% of the stuff.
Defending lies is fucking a lot of work.
And being that heightened and that triggered all the time.
Yeah. One of the things Xavier said, we were talking about earlier on the show, is the fact that he realized that all the stories they were telling him about cops and Black people weren't true, that basically they had painted his reality for him about the relationship of cops and Blacks, and that it wasn't that way. And I remember thinking, yeah, I've known that forever, just because I've had so many fucking interactions with cops. And when he said that made me so happy that someone could see that. They're like, hey, they're painting the victim's story for Black people. Like the media, that's what they do. They're just constantly painting. Even now, when I hear people say a CrossFit gym is too expensive, I just hear victim. Like, hey, go out and get another fucking job.
And also a bunch of people telling me about cops and race relations. A bunch of people telling me about that who are not cops, have never been cops, have never put their life in danger for anybody or anything, but for something higher than yourself, for country, for get out of here. Yeah. Like you can't. You just can't. It's one of those things unless you don't have, if you went through their training, have you gone through, you don't know.
You're only dealing with shitbags. On the set every day, you're just dealing with shitbags. People who are addicted to shit, domestic violence, the worst of society.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's people who are high on shit, who are out of their mind and running around, just don't know where they are, who they are. Like, and then you got a bunch of cops that want to go home to their families.
Right.
I get it. I understand it. If it's between me and somebody else, me getting home to my family, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably do some unthinkable shit to get home to my family.
Right.
So
she hasn't. Garrett is a good dude. She needs to come on here again. Wait, what? She just got here. Hold on a second. You got to save that for the end of the show. What are you talking about?
I mean, I can go and come back.
Oh, that's a good line that Garrett said. Yeah, it's too much work. Being a victim is so much work.
Yeah, I like the way he said it, or Taxidermy said it better. Yeah, being a victim is too much work. It's just,
I don't know. I like the way you said it too. It's exhausting, or I was thinking like it's too much stimulus. Bad for your fucking whole nervous system always being triggered and upset.
Yeah.
Hey, and those of us who are perfect citizens like me and you, we have an obligation then to be extra nice to police to help mitigate the stress they have to go through dealing with all the scumbags.
We do in the daily.
You know what I mean? Like just as citizens, just as good citizens, wave to them, stay out of their way. Just don't be a douche.
And we have cops at the schools too. Every morning when we drop our kid off, and I always make sure that my kid like goes up, says hello, says thank you, knows their name.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
And he loves it. And they'll let him jump in the car. They'll run the lights for him when they roll past the deli so that he can look out the window and see the lights going. Like even the fire department too. They all know him.
Yeah, I agree. Same with fire guys. Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm sure firefighters know now, but 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I had a friend who became a fireman, and he thought he was going to put out fires. And that is not what he does. He just basically just goes to old folks' homes and tries to resuscitate old people and goes to fucking crazy car accidents.
Yeah.
I watched in the did you see the Facebook executive that former Facebook diversity head of diversity, equity, and inclusion pleads guilty to stealing $4 million from the company? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, I did see that in the newspaper the other day. Yeah.
And it's like what's her name? Furlough Smiles. And I'm just like prosecutors say that Furlough Smiles made payments on behalf of Facebook to friends, relatives, and other associates for goods and services they were never provided, and those associates then returned the money to her.
I just think it's funny how people do all this like good work, right? You're inclusive, you're supposed to be helping all these people, and just behind closed doors, man, people, if you're a bad person, you're a bad person.
Well, hey, dude, if you're a head of the DEI council, you're a fucking scumbag. You know when there was the KKK and there was the Nazis, those people, the people who escaped that, like the bad guys, the guys in the guy, they were wearing hoods. No one knew who they were, right? And and the Nazis, they fucking escaped to Argentina and shit. We're not in that era anymore.
Yeah.
These fuckers are all on YouTube. We know who you are. In 5 or 10 years, when this shit blows over, we're gonna know who you are. We all know who you fucking are. We know who you are from your black square. Like if you are hiring people based on their skin color and their genitalia, and you're purposely saying shit like we want to reduce the footprint of white males on campus, like that, the president of Harvard said that. Like, of course you steal money. Of course you steal money. When did you watch the podcast Coffee Pods and Wads did yesterday with Don? I
didn't get to that one. I was too busy.
He brought up DEI. He asked, I listened to it at 1.5 speed. He asked, which you can't even understand Pedro at 1.5 speed. But you can understand Don. And he asked Don at one point, what about the DEI? And Don says, basically, like, we put it on the back burner. And I wanted Don to be like, fuck that racist fucking organization. We rooted those fuckers out. And at one point he said, the way he says, like, hey, I'm all for finding a way of getting CrossFit in next to a church, a big black church that has 20,000 members, and getting those fucking people into the gym. I'm all for it. But not because those people are black, but because those populations, however you want to organize them, have they've been told to drink Sprite by LeBron.
Right.
And I want to see what happens if we get him doing CrossFit. But the way they say it is like, we need more black games athletes. No, motherfucker, the NBA needs more fucking white athletes. Like, what are you talking about? I just hate the way he words it. It's just so blatantly racist.
Everything they always try to do it about race. And it goes back to me too. For me, it goes back to, again, saying that minorities can't be racist. You can be. Just like white people can be racist. Of
course.
Anybody can be racist. You're putting this all on white people. So now you're just going to have a bunch of angry, mad white people because you're calling them something. So now all of a sudden we can't wear the American flag because that's racist. We can't, stand for the national anthem because that's racist.
Yeah.
Who's racist?
Yeah. You think Dana White's worried about who the fans are for the fucking UFC?
Nobody cares.
He wants people who have money in their pocket. Okay.
I went through like 2 or 3 years of not being able to wear the American flag because I just felt like, oh my God, I'm racist if I wear it.
Right. Oh God, that's good. Hey, I was raised like that.
Yeah.
I was raised like that. You know who this is, Garrett?
Yes.
Look at him.
I've definitely heard his name.
What's more important than this conversation? Holy shit, dude. This is the Viking Dyke Show. bring your Viking Dyke haircut to the show. Brandon, meet Garrett Glinton, meet Brandon Waddell.
Sir.
So Garrett.
As I
How
used
are
to
you?
say, Waddle. Well, what's more important than any of this nonsense is being alive, right, brother?
I didn't want to disturb her if she was busy.
Absolutely.
I could barely hear you.
How about now? Better now?
Yeah, kind of. I guess you can't talk loud because you're in a hospital setting. Will you tell us where you are? Sorry,
Yes,
Garrett.
I'm
I didn't even tell you this guy's coming on, did I?
No, I knew. I saw the thumbnail.
Oh, okay.
So I'm at a Carti Cancer Center in Little Rock right now getting immunotherapy treatment.
And why are you there? Does someone in your family have cancer?
So I do.
You have cancer.
Yeah, I do. Mom had some, like a little bit that showed up, but nothing like this. But yeah, I'm probably the worst case in the family right now.
And what's going on? Paint the picture for us. When did you find out you have cancer, and what is immunotherapy? What actions are you taking? You're a CrossFitter.
Yeah, I am.
I saw you do the snatch. I saw you do the one-handed snatch. Yeah, look at the CEO shirt. I saw you do the one-handed snatch with the when I was telling people I was going to snatch a 100-pound dumbbell. You sent me a video of you snatching a 135-pound barbell with one hand.
Yeah,
Dickhead.
I did.
Dickhead.
I did. Yeah, that's exactly what you called me twice. maybe more than that. Yeah. So no, back in April of this year, my wife noticed a spot on my back. She's a nurse, and she was like, "Hey, this spot doesn't look really good. Like, you should go get that checked out." And I just ignored it. And so then she made me a doctor's appointment and basically was like, "I'm taking you." And so went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, that bothers me too. I don't like it either." And so they cut the spot off, tested it, and it came back positive for
Tell me, what's the spot look like? I want to see if I can pull it up on Google, like an image of it.
like a mole. Like a mole.
How big?
Like size of your pinky fingernail.
Oh, so not even that big.
No, but it was getting bigger.
Is it raised?
It was.
I got one on my back that's just all of a sudden shown up. You're scaring me.
You should get it checked out.
And it's raised. It feels like a scab.
Mhm.
My wife's
Yeah.
like, it's a pimple. I'm like, that ain't no pimple.
My wife just asked if if you want her to make you an appointment.
Tell her I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you.
He's gonna take a picture and send it to you. She said, "Okay."
What was the spot called? I want to see if I can look it up.
It was just a mole, just a regular mole. There's thousands of different kinds, but yeah, and it started looking worse, started getting bigger, started changing colors, and so she was like, "Hey, we should get this checked out." And
how long did you have it?
All my life.
Oh, you had the spot your whole life.
Mm-hmm. And then it just all of a sudden started changing.
Okay, I'm gonna send you. Can you see? I want to post a picture of something. See if this is it. I don't think mine looks like this. Mine's like raised and shit.
Yeah, it started out like that, and then it like raised up and got like bigger and changed colors, just like that one was.
Did you when you would reach back there, would you feel it and be playing with it all the time? Be like, what's that thing?
It's so big, I can't reach that where it was.
So you didn't even know. If she hadn't have told you, you wouldn't have ever seen it.
I mean, I see it in pictures, but I didn't know it was like changing or anything like that. So it was all up to her, just like seeing it.
God, someone's saying Google melanoma. Is it a melanoma? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, send me a picture. Everyone send me a picture of theirs. I'm tripping now. I got one on my back that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I know like a year ago I scratched it off and it was bleeding and it went away.
Yeah.
And now it's back again.
Yeah, same. That's
now
when
I'm
I started
scratching
out,
it
too.
off. I'm like, what the fuck is that thing? I ain't scratching you off again.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, so she takes you in. Do you have any other symptoms besides the spot? Like, do you feel weak or no?
Mm-mm. Nope, just a spot. And we go in, and literally the doctor was like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "Well, I got a spot on my back that annoys my wife and bothers her." And so he was like, "All right, well, let me look at it." Pulled shirt off. He looked at it, and he was like, "Yeah, it bothers me too." He said, "We're taking it off right now."
Oh, he did, and they did.
Cut it off right there, and then they sent it for
with
testing.
what? With what? They froze it?
No, they numbed it up and just took like a straight razor, like a razor blade, and just sliced it off.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sent it to a lab, and they looked at it.
Yes, sent it to the lab, and they tested it. It came back positive for melanoma. So then they sent me to here at Carti, and where I got my own oncologist, And so they were like, all right, we're going to go back. Like, and they started telling all about moles, about the depth of them, like the width, you know, all the things, right? And they were like, we need to do surgery to take more area around where it was so that we can make sure that we get everything that might be cancerous around it.
Yeah.
So then they were like, we're also going to inject a dye around it to see what lymph nodes it goes to, so that they could know where, you know, because your body's all connected, right? So if there's cancer there, melanoma there, it's in your lymph nodes that are connected to it as well. So they put a dye in to find out, did it go to my lymph node in my armpit? Did it go to my groin? Like, what lymph nodes were connected? They traced the dye, it went to my armpit. So they found the one lymph node that it went to, and they did a biopsy of it, took the lymph node, and took a big chunk of my back. So I got like a big 4-inch scar on my back. And so then they were like, okay, you're good. Like, we got it all. It's not in your lymph node. We tested your lymph node. It's good to go. That was all May 5th of this year. And they're like, once I got the okay from that, they're like, you got to just do scans, like PET scans, MRIs, stuff like that. We're just going to check, make sure nothing else shows up. And the last one in October, it's going to be done. No more scans after that. It showed up that I had about a golf ball size mass growing in my armpit.
Did you feel that thing?
I can now. Yeah. And I just thought it was like scar tissue from the surgery, from where they took the other lymph node, like just some, you know, like swollen spot, you know, I mean, no big deal. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And they were like, we need to look at that. So they did a biopsy of that lymph node, and it came back positive for the same melanoma that was on my back.
And so now what? Can they go in and take that golf ball out?
Yeah. So what they're doing is, instead of treating it with like radiation and chemo, that has no effect. So instead of introducing a toxin, that's why they're doing the immunotherapy. So I've got a year of immunotherapy, and then we'll do, after 3 rounds of immunotherapy, they'll take the golf ball out, take that spot out.
And what is immunotherapy? What is it? Can you explain it? Or?
Yeah, imagine when you were being made into Sevan, you know, you had a row of light switches, like a breaker box. That's your immune system. And it flipped on and said, we're not going to allow these things in your life, right? Like, we're going to fight these things automatically. Mine never turned on asthma. So I had asthma as a kid until my body learned, oh, we don't like this, we're going to fight it. So my melanoma switch never got turned on. So immunotherapy resets your breaker box of your immune system.
Is it successful? Is it usually successful?
Yeah, it is.
Are you freaking out?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
So basically, they had to shut my immune system off and then reboot it and start over and teach it to.
When you shut it off, does that make you exposed to shit?
I was, yeah. So after my first treatment, like, there was a risk that my asthma would come back that I outgrew as a kid.
Yeah.
And I actually woke up with like the worst ear infection I've had since I was probably 6 or 8 years old.
Wow.
Tuesday, right after the therapy, the first session, because I had ear infections as a kid, and like, I had to relearn that I don't like those. So all that. So there's a window where I was susceptible to.
So they don't actually turn it back on. They just reset it, hoping that now it turns on when it sees that, oh shit, he's got melanoma. Your body's gonna be like, oh fuck, let's go get that, take care of that fucker.
Yes.
Wow, this is great. And do you know? Did you get to talk to any other people who've gone through this treatment?
Yeah. So I've got a couple people have reached out, and I've talked to them, and they talked about like how successful it was for them, and the positive outcomes about it and everything like that. So basically,
did you get the vaccine, Brandon?
I did, unfortunately.
Do you think there's is there any relationship, any connections?
I mean, I'm the type of person that will go down that rabbit hole and say, yeah, probably, you know,
right.
And
right.
So, but
Me too.
I don't want to spin, you know.
Right.
So I'm a
right.
person that'll just.
You're not opposed to that, exploring that though. You're not like
Not
oh, okay, all right, interesting.
Yeah, and so basically, we're doing the immunotherapy after the 3rd treatment. So if you didn't,
my dad has a giant mole on his back now that I think about it, because I remember being in the shower with him all the time, and I remember looking at that fucking thing, and I would ask him if I could touch it and shit. Someone told me that if there's no hair coming out of it, you're good to go. Is that true?
No clue.
That's
mean,
just
I
nonsense.
think I
Okay.
think that's one of those like,
And I would see
you
my
know,
dad soap his off. My dad would rub his so hard he would rub the brown it off and it'd be white. And then I'd like a week later I'd be showering with him like, "My motherfucker's brown again."
yeah, yeah. I
It was
mean,
kind of
they come
creepy. The
back.
thing was big.
Yeah, they come back.
Yeah, I should ask my dad's here right now. He just came from Armenia. I'm gonna ask him if he still has that thing.
Yeah, you should.
He's 80 something now.
Yeah.
You
So
still got that giant mole.
yeah,
I do know where I got the giant hog from though. Saw that
Your
thing.
mom.
That thing was scary as a kid. I got one.
um,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So with my immune system relearning to not allow this melanoma, it now knows that that's cancer and it's fighting it. My own immune system is. So 3 rounds of this immunotherapy like boosts up my immune system, and it's going to like go after the cancer. Then they're going to do surgery and remove it. So my immune system says, "Hey, what the fuck? You just took it out. We're fighting this thing." And then it goes and looks all over my body for it. And that way, if it did send any cells like through my lymphatic system, they'll go find it to keep it from going from stage 3 to stage 4, where it's localized, to keep it from spreading everywhere else.
And what have you changed your lifestyle since this? Are you eating different? Or are you?
Yeah. So we made a change, my wife and I did, back in January. Hired a nutritionist to like really dial in our nutrition. I mean, we always worked out. We've been doing CrossFit since, I mean, a long time. Probably.
And you're
since we've been
crazy
in,
strong if you can snatch a 135-pound barbell. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. And but you know, I was
One arm snatch, by the way, people. One arm snatch. A one arm 135-pound snatch with a barbell. It's crazy.
yeah, it's on my gram, so it's on the Instagram if anybody wants to watch it. But yeah, we hired a nutritionist to like dial in our food and everything. And since last Thanksgiving, I've lost 100 pounds, and just dialing in the nutrition and eating right, and then continuing working out. And then as soon as I got this news that the cancer was in, you know, full blown, like we got to like do something about it. I talked to my nutritionist, said we got to go on a strict like carnivore. Started reading more Paul Saladino stuff and getting rid of. I mean, I was eating very few carbs anyway at the time. A lot of just like white rice and sweet potatoes, stuff like that. And so now we're very minimal carbs. And talked to my doctors about it and told them that's what I'm doing. They were all supportive and, you know, positive about it.
They are supportive with the carnivore?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. So that's 100 pounds. Man, you know what's crazy too is you carried that weight good. I mean, even at your
I'm a big
biggest,
guy.
I mean, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 6'4", so I could always carry the weight really well. And so you didn't really notice that I was, you know, 300 plus pounds.
No
You know.
shit.
You know, yeah, I guess Thanksgiving last year I was 330.
And you were CrossFitting at 330.
Oh yeah.
That's a bad dude. Crazy. Nice
I
short.
mean, I was avoiding all the cardio workouts, but I was, you know, doing all the strength stuff.
Right. Of course.
You know, don't ask me to do 100 burpees, but I definitely, you know, max out on back squat with you. You know, this was the Rogue 1,000-pound challenge.
Damn nuts. And this is a year ago.
A little over a year, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
53 weeks ago.
All right. So you're on the beginning of this journey.
Yeah. Like there's, you know, treatment number 2, and yeah. Steven's talking about my landlord, because you know we're homeless, houseless right now, rebuilding our house
because a tree fell on your house, right?
Yeah. So that happened. Yeah. So all the cancer stuff started in May. In June, we're at the beach and an oak tree falls through our house and crushes our house and totals it. So we had to tear it down and rebuild our house. So we're rebuilding it right now. So Shug's our landlord, and she's a trip. She likes to just walk in sometimes.
Stephen Flores for Waddell introducing me to Shug and Bourbon Margs. Does Flores live in your hood? You know him? Like he's your homie?
No, we're just we just talk a lot.
Oh, okay. And did you meet him through this podcast?
Sure did.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
trip. Oh shit, your wife kind of looks like Nicole Carroll in this photo. Right here.
She's hot.
Yeah. Damn. Good job. You scored. God, look at you. You look like you fell out of. Look at this picture. You look like you fell out of the fucking 70s. You look like fucking like you're John Denver's bodyguard or some shit. Look at this. This is a crazy photo. My God. You definitely used to smoke weed, right?
No, never.
No.
Never in my life.
Well, good on you, because
Yeah.
you look like you smoked a fucking took some mean bong rips there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you letting us know. Now I'm going to be freaked out for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Get it checked out.
Yeah, I'm
For
gonna
peace of mind.
I'm gonna take a picture and send it to your wife.
You should.
Yeah, I'm 100% going to with this new macro feature that the iPhone has. Like, why not?
I mean,
Robbie Myers, all the love to Mr. Waddell.
yeah. Robbie's close to my hood. He's like 2 hours away from me.
For Brandon to get margarita at Chewy's. No, he can't. He's on the carnivore. Hey, what's your go-to on the carnivore? Mine's a ribeye.
Oh yeah, love ribeyes. I'm doing ribeyes and eggs for breakfast right now. Like 6 ounces of ribeye and like 3 whole eggs.
Why do any eggs? Why not just do the ribeye?
It's just I do whatever the nutritionist says. So I mean, that's what he sends me. That's what I eat.
So I've been doing it a month now. Pretty strict except for the tequila. And my nephew, I hadn't seen my nephew in a while, like in a few weeks, and he put his arm around me. He's a big dude. And he put his arm around me and hugged me. He goes, "Dang, you're getting buff." I'm like, "Yeah, it's working. The carnivore's working."
Yeah, I love it. I love it. The only thing at my last treatment, they were like, "Hey, your BUN is a little high," and they're like, "Are you drinking enough water?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
What's that mean? Your bun? They don't like how high you wear your bun. Your bun's too high.
They don't like my bun. No,
I'm never
BUN
sure
is
how
like
high to put it.
Higher the better. Higher the better.
Okay,
It's
that's
like,
what I think. That's what I think.
It's your BUN is like your kidney functions. It's how healthy your kidneys are and how hard they're working. And they were like, "Hey, it's high. You should. Are you drinking enough water?" I'm like, "Yeah, I drink a gallon to a gallon and a half a day." Like, "How much protein are you eating?" I'm like, 1 gram per pound. And they're like, "That's way too much. Like, you got to cut that back." So I cut it back a little bit just to make sure my labs were good.
How would you cut it back?
I cut it back to like
But how? What
0.75.
you still need to eat? Like what do you eat then?
I just told the nutritionist. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm eating just as much.
Yeah.
You know, I think he just changed me from like he changed me to like turkey burger instead of like ground beef and stuff like that. And then he changed me to I'm on a lot of salmon right now.
Oh, gobble gobble. I feel
good.
so much calmer on I've reduced my caffeine intake and I feel so much calmer. Also, I just feel, this is going to sound fucked up. I don't mean this in a bad way. I feel so much less motivated now that I'm on carnivore.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just like I didn't work out for 3 days when I was on vacation. I didn't give a shit. That's really weird for me. Usually I would have some like meltdown. Like I got to do something.
Yeah. No, I'm like,
I
guess I'm the opposite way. Like I'm wanting to work out more right now.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like,
All
yeah.
right.
And I just, visualizing all this crap going on, like work out and just get through it, helps me from going crazy.
Philip Kelly says Brandon eats ass. Is that true?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Fine. Mike McCaskey, it's the meat shits. I don't know if those have, I mean, I do have the meat shits, but the body is a chemical reaction in human flask. I don't know what that means, but okay. I like that.
Sure.
All right. Taxidermy, it's all true and confirmed. I think that's about those are two of your two people who've experienced your ass eating.
Yeah, Chris knows.
All right, brother. Thank you very much. Check in often, please.
We'll do.
All right, and tell your
Good to
wife
see you,
I'll be.
Garrett.
Tell your wife
Good to
I'll
see
be
you
in.
too, man.
Tell your wife I'll be in touch.
All right.
Please.
Yeah. Text me.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
There he is, the garage father, Brandon Waddell, sharing a story. Holy shit. Who gives a fuck about racism if you're getting immunotherapy, right?
Yeah. Right.
He got kids.
Yeah.
I'm feeling my little bump right now. Judy Reed, he's been through so much and always still positive. Yeah, having your house destroyed sucks too, right? Your shelter. Adam Blakesley, perspective. You don't work today?
Me? No, I gotta go to a little, my kid's doing a little play. He's got some things he's gonna read in Spanish later because he loves Spanish. So like 1:00-ish for me.
Do you know? And do you normally work on Fridays?
Now it's wintertime, so I'm off Friday, Saturdays.
And you have a good ass life. You found your niche.
Yeah, I have a really good life.
Yeah, you got a good life. You have a wife that loves you, that you love. You got good income. You got a beautiful child.
Yeah.
You love your job. You found your niche. You're in it.
Yeah, where there's always someone with him. We've never had to have a nanny. We've never, she got to stay home for the first year after he was born. Yeah, no, we have a good ass life.
Yeah, crazy. Any more kids?
We were thinking about it, but then it's such a good ass life, right? So
Yeah,
he can do all, we can put him in all the things. We can go on vacations. And he's happy and healthy, and we're happy and healthy. And yeah, it's it's not off the table, but it's not actually, we haven't talked about it in a while.
Philip Kelly, exactly. Sevan, nothing matters. Another guy who, basically fucking died for 3 months and got to come back.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. His story's crazy. It's funny, Philip. I forget that about you. What a tremendous asset you are, probably, to people around you, because you offer that perspective probably every day. So much more valuable to you than most people.
You don't sweat the small stuff.
Not a taxidermy. Yeah, if I was 7 feet tall and sexy as hell, I'd be happy too. Are you 7 feet tall?
Me?
Yeah.
6 feet tall.
You are 6 feet tall?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, one day I have to hug you. I just want a picture of me hugging you and
just engulfing me?
Yeah, your head's gonna be in my boobs.
Perfect. I wouldn't have it anywhere else. Hey, is your son gonna be tall?
Yeah, he's well, if you listen to the doctors, he's supposed to be between 6'3" and 6'5".
Holy shit. Does he seem tall already?
Yeah. And his feet are huge,
Oh.
whatever that's worth.
Yeah. That's, for dogs, that matters.
Yeah, he's tall, skinny kid.
And Pool Boy would like to get into, he would like to join you and your wife. Throuple.
Dude, your body is amazing.
Yeah, his body's ridiculous.
Bro.
Hey, and it doesn't disappoint. I got to work out with him in person.
Oh.
It's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah. He got special dude vibes. I
just
really
like the name
him.
Pool Boy.
Yeah, that too. I know. What a slut, huh? What's
Love
the term for that? Someone called Matt Torres a fuck boy.
Oh, but that insinuates that he's not a good dude.
Oh, all right.
Like, he has a lot of
I
sex,
kind of
but
like,
he just,
I kind of like that name.
he could be in his hoe phase. Is he in his hoe phase?
Hoe phase, yeah, hoe phase. D1 breeder. Have you ever seen the D1 breeder?
No.
Do you know that Instagram account?
No. What is the D1 breeder? How many kids he got?
I used to follow her.
It's a girl?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start following her again now that I let me see if I can find her account. There she is. Okay, here she is.
Oh no.
D1 breeder. Follow. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up her account. It's such a fucking brilliant name. I was pretty obsessed with her for I don't know, like a few weeks.
Oh my God, I have seen you pull this account up.
She is a fucking freak. I don't even know if this is true, but that's her mom.
Wow. That's amazing. Good for that dude too. Good job, Dad.
Dad's 6'3". If that's true, that is crazy.
Her legs are really long.
She's in high heels. Oh,
okay.
She hides them.
Get it, girl. I'm not mad at it.
I mean, besides the fact she's strong, and we don't know how light that couch is, whatever. But still, look at just her wingspan
Yeah,
and her mobility, dude. You know, it's not that easy to fucking move being a giant.
no, hips.
But you move really good too. So you're lucky too. But you work at it.
I had to do so much mobility. So much mobility.
Yeah, what a name, right? D1 breeder.
I totally thought that was going to be a dude.
When you are 7 feet tall, but your mom is.
Wow.
And look, her mom's her mom doesn't look weird.
No, but she's over the refrigerator though. What?
I know, maybe her mom's standing on something.
Her kneecap is. Yeah, come on. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. You've seen chicks that are like 6'8" or something, but 7 feet.
Anyway, it's a hell of an account. D1 breeder. Let's see how many followers she has.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Oh, and and that's not even her main account. Let me see this. Oh, she has 1 million follower over here too. 1 million followers over here.
Oh, she has a backup account too. What's she do?
Look at her brothers.
Oh, her mom really is that. Okay. Wow. $7.10. Holy crap.
And once again, she got the crazy heels on. Anyway,
How did none of them play basketball?
I think we found Sevy's kink. Found. The fuck? Oh, she has an OnlyFans?
Oh boy.
I have tried to get her on the show. Oh, look, Pool Boy, it's all a lie. She's wearing heels. Look at their other videos.
I trust everything Pool Boy says.
Chris Beasterfield, it would take all day to eat that. So whenever someone writes shit like that, I always think, okay, so does he type that out while he's thinking it, or does he think it and like pause, be like, I don't know if I should write this or not? Or is it just like, oh shit?
Nah, he just types it out and sends it. Nah, there's
no editor.
Yeah.
No, just like he's seen it. Like, you know how like when we're talking right now, the same time you're hearing what I'm saying, I'm hearing what I'm saying. Like it's just in real time. I'm like, oh fuck, what are you gonna say, Sevy? And as you talk, you're like, okay, I guess I'm saying this. That's what I'm wondering. Like, is he typing that out? It would take all day to eat that. Holy shit, return. Like, fuck, I can't believe it.
Well, what was the other guy that said something to your friend about eating ass or something like that? And my mind immediately went to it's groceries, bro. But I didn't say it. Like that was my filter not to say it. So I guess if you're just typing it out, then you got no filter.
You think your filter, as you've been doing the podcast, have you ever been doing the podcast yet? And you're like, oh shit, there I am. Wow.
Yeah.
You had some moments like
that
where you're like, holy shit.
Definitely, yeah, that's coming.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll happen with me. You know when usually it happens with me? I really hate to share this, but if I've been drinking a lot the night before and I come in here and I really don't want to do anything and I'm just being kind of lazy, I'll start like tap into who I really am. I'll start hearing my real voice. It's weird.
It's so trying to, I think I've just stopped. If you don't like me for something that I say, or you don't agree with me, I think I've just come to that calm where that's fine. You don't have to agree with me. That's fine. It's not the end of the world.
Right.
I mean, it might be the end of the world for you. You might be pissed and yelling at me and triggered, but it's not the end of the world for me.
You gotten any bad feedback from family members or anyone on your podcast? Anyone who mattered to you?
No, I think, I think they're pretty much, that's kind of what I'm trying to show a little bit is I think we're all pretty much close to the same. Right. But
who your family members?
Yeah, we're in disagreement about some things, but not so much so that we can't have a conversation or hang out or have fun and still talk shit. You know what I mean? It just, there's nothing like morality wise, there's nothing that we're disagreeing on. You know, they'll clap back at me, but drag queens are great. I'm like, no one's saying drag queens aren't great. They're great. I love a good drag show. I went to drag shows all the time.
Right.
I just don't think they're for children.
They don't belong in the children's section at the library.
Right.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
So,
hey, thanks for coming on.
yeah, man.
Wonderful
Thanks for
seeing
having
you.
me.
Yeah.
It's good to see you too, bro.
And thanks for hanging out with me as with Brandon also. That was cool.
Yeah. He's yeah. I can't wait to see what happens, and God bless him and his family too.
Yep. All right, girl.
All right, man.
Stay warm. You got snow on the ground there?
Not yet, but it's freaking 20 degrees outside right now.
All right. I'm going to Sunnyvale today, skate park, first time in a week.
Oh, fun. Have a good time.
I'm excited. Yeah, we've had rain here. All right.
All right.
Thanks for coming on, Garrett.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Chat.
Garrett Glinton. Podcast is called Glinton Things. God, did I say that right? Glinton Things. Yes. Glinton Things. Glinton Things. Jeffrey Birchfield, catch you on the show, Garrett. She's a good dude. She is a good dude. She's a great dude. I really enjoy having her as a friend. I like perspective. I'm joking, not joking when I say, yeah, of course she was like, hey, you just collecting friends. It's like, yeah, I want to have friends who have walked the earth with a different reality. Sleeky, she's cool. Yeah, she's cool as shit, right? I want to know, like, I don't have an opportunity to have a lot of black lesbian friends. I want to be friends with Tim Murray. I don't know any dwarfs. I think it's perfectly okay to. I think it's cool that I have a friend who has a private jet. I like that. It's cool. Not only am I making friendship with Tim Murray because he's a dwarf, but he's the fucking fittest dwarf. I'm perfectly okay with that. I ain't hiring him for a fucking job though, for that, just because he's a fucking dwarf. But listen, I would hire him because he's the fittest dwarf, because you know what that tells me? That tells me he's a fucking hard worker who understands discomfort, dedication, commitment, structure, discipline. But no, I'm not like, okay, we need a dwarf in here. Fuck that. I'm not going to hire Garrett because she's a black lesbian. But I would hire her if I saw her fucking striking skills and I saw her fucking effort that she puts in the gym. And when I watch her boxing videos, that makes me like her more. I'm like, she's cool. But I do like the fact that I do like the fact of having people, like, not just black people, but I like different ethnic friends, different friends like that. I like Sleeky. I know what Sleeky looks like. I like her because what she looks like. Sorry. I like the way she types in the comments. Well, that's not Zach came in late and thought that was a feminine dude. That's kind of cool. I should have asked her if that's what she's going for. I mean, she told me something so funny one time. She understands what it's like to be a guy. She was like, I'm paraphrasing. I should have asked her when she was on, but she said something like, yeah, I play the guy in my relationship. And it's like, if the fucking rain gutters, I think she said, if the rain gutters are clogged, I don't know how to unclog them, but I just like a man, I'd get the ladder, I put it up, I go up there and I unclog the gutters. I'm like, holy shit, that's what I do. I have no fucking idea how to unclog the gutters. But like, when I see the water going over the rain, I'm like, oh, fuck, I guess this is some dude shit. My wife ain't going to do this. So I get the ladder out that I don't even own, that my neighbor left over here fucking 2 years ago. I put it up against the roof and I go up there and I pretend to clean out the gutters. Like I know what I'm doing. I take the blower up there and I take my hands and I scoop out all the fucking leaves and shit. And I do feel kind of manly. I feel like, I don't know if manly is the right word, but I feel really productive. Like I'm adding value to my family. I've set the bar very low for me. And when she was describing that, yeah, I just fake it. I'm out there in the fucking rain cleaning my gutters using my neighbor's ladder that he left over here 2 years ago. My neighbor's like a real man. Like a real fucking man. And he's a contractor. You know how they are. Like he just always has like a hammer in his hand. And he's tall and, you know, he chewed for 30 years and he's got trucks and boats and all that shit. Probably like Brandon. I bet you Brandon Waddell's like that. But I'm on my roof and he can see me from his yard and he's like, hey. I'm like, hey, dude, what's up? And I'm thinking all proud because I'm out in the rain cleaning my gutters. He goes, you're supposed to do that before it rains. I was like, great. I'm up here impressing myself, cleaning the rain gutters, and my neighbors fucking basically tell me I'm an idiot. You're telling me dudes with podcasts aren't real men? Well, that I wasn't saying that, but I think a podcast is a pretty fucking and I mean this with all peace and love, but I think a podcast is a pretty gay thing to do. Podcaster, hold on, caller. I'm gonna podcast pretty gay. Like, get a fucking real job. You know what I mean? Like, caller, hi. Caller, hi.
Yo, he left that ladder there on purpose for you, dude.
Oh, maybe he's got like 20 ladders. That's funny you say that. Good catch.
Totally left it
honestly.
there. He showed a lot of faith in you by leaving that ladder so you could do stuff on your own.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jethro Cardona, serve and protect people on Long Island, and not only that, has a facility that cures the world's most vexing problem and turns little bitches into fucking badass motherfuckers. CrossFit Chief Nation.
It's funny you say that. I was talking to my 515 yesterday.
Look at you already just coming off the fucking your lips like it's nothing. I was talking to my 515 yesterday.
Yeah, so
is that a kind of gun? Is a 515 a gun?
It's a 1911.
Oh,
but,
okay.
No, nothing like that. Yeah, I was talking to them, and they were looking around. It was cold, and like Garrett said, it's like 20 degrees over here. It's just awful. And I told them, none of your friends are up right now. You will be done with your workout driving home before they even think about that alarm going off.
Yeah.
Just how productive a day is it going to be? Just for the simple fact that you are done with your workout and you do this 5 days a week, 4 to 5 days a week, and you eat right, you're honestly better than all your friends. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I
You are
agree.
better than
I
everyone
agree.
else.
I agree. It's a great metric. It's a great metric. You are better than other people. You're already doing
It's funny,
better.
my training partner.
It's not your
had a
fault. It's
meeting.
not arrogant at all. It's not arrogant. It's just
No.
It just is. Like it just is.
You should own it.
Yeah.
My training partner had a review with his boss in his office, and then he started like talking to him, and he was just like, he wasn't hearing he was wanted to hear. So then he was just thinking, God damn, what the hell is his Fran time? I am so much better than him.
Right.
This guy must suck.
Right.
I don't care what to me. Your Fran time must be like 12 minutes.
Yep.
What are you doing for is your mother-in-law still there?
No. So I was in LA. Look at you. I was in LA with my mother-in-law, and now my dad's in town. And
I'm getting confused.
Yeah, that's okay. And so my dad's in town, so we hung out. I hadn't seen my dad in weeks and weeks and weeks, and or months. My dad was in Armenia, and they got some crazy shit going on there, right? Their neighbors, Azerbaijan, are like, "Hey, motherfuckers, we're gonna fucking blast a corridor through your country," and they pushed a shitload, 150,000 Armenians out of one of their towns. So, and my dad's basically like calling me from over there, being like, "I'm staying and fighting to the death." I'm like, Jesus Christ, and
he's 80.
Yeah. He's able-bodied 80. You know what I mean? Got a farm and acres and acres of fruit trees. He's telling me yesterday at the dinner table, he was telling me he bought 1,000 pounds of apples that he's turning into 15 gallons of vodka. 1,000 apples into 15 gallons of vodka. I'll bring you some. I'm like, thanks.
Man, it's a lot of work.
Hey, dude,
for 15 gallons of alcohol.
You know that dude who calls SpongeBob, who calls the show, and he's like, got me to go on this carnivore thing? Dude, something is happening to me. Last time I did this, I just ate hamburger meat. This time I'm just eating basically ribeyes. Like I'm getting like something's happening to me. Like he's right. I'm like turning into like
So-
something. Like I have a feeling I'm like 2 or 3 months away from having the best body I've ever had. Like something's happening.
So-
I'm
so
not
when you
even on
say
the. I'm not even on the
carnivore-
peptoids. I'm not even on the peptoids. I'm not even on the peptides right now.
So it's you. So you wake up, and I don't think you're having a ribeye at
Yeah,
8 in the morning.
yeah, motherfucker. I am crazy. I know. My wife
Really?
right now is cooking something for me. So when I walk in there, I eat.
So then it's you do eat twice a day, 3 times a day.
Dude, I
4
eat all.
times a
What's
day?
crazy too is I eat all day. Like all these dudes who do it, only like this guy Anthony Chafee just eats at night. But like my wife always has a pan on the stove now with a piece of meat in it. So it's usually a ribeye. It's usually 2 ribeyes, and then I go in there and I have a cutting board next to the pan. I stab the steak or the ribeye, and I put it on and then I eat as much as I can. And dude, I eat like a fucking like probably like how Dahmer eats, dude. Like I chew on the bones and the fat, and I don't even give a fuck. Something's happened to me. And then when I'm done, I stick the fork in the ribeye and I put it back in the pan, and then I run off. Like you know what I mean? Like I had enough of the kill, and then like you know what I mean? Like,
Where do you shop? Do you shop at the regular supermarket? Do you get like a
my wife?
special...
I like to go to buy the cheapest, most fucked up meat ever, right? But my wife goes to the butcher. My wife buys the shit that's literally twice as expensive as the shit I buy. So what I buy is like $15 ribeye. She buys $30 ribeyes. But like I don't even care. I'm just like whatever.
So with carnivore, can you season it?
You can. My wife doesn't. Maybe she puts a little bit of salt. I don't even care anymore, dude. That's what's weird. I don't even care. I don't know what's happened to me. But I'm telling you, people.
Diet.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was on a special diet for 6 weeks, and my go-to was chopped up meat. I cooked it up with peppers and onions, and I had to do it for 6 weeks, and then I got off of it. And just recently, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to that diet because I felt better. I was leaner, had more energy, and it was just I did that twice a day. Just chopped meat, peppers and onions, and that was it. It was so good.
Yeah, I love peppers and onions. If I'm gonna do this for a few more months, and then I would if I were to incorporate new stuff, I would incorporate cilantro, onions, peppers, garlic, shit like that for sure.
Are the boys eating it too?
What's crazy is they all want to do carnivore now. Something makes me feel like that they shouldn't just be doing, but I don't let them. I still like make them eat a banana or some shit or apples.
You're gonna have to buy a cow.
I know, right? Christine Young, you need to start eating organs. That's what all the carnivores do. Philip Kelly approves of cilantro. Oh shit. I think SpongeBob may have just texted me on the house phone. Don't add stuff. Jesus Christ.
Can you get a picture of this guy? Does he have an Instagram? Dying to see what he looks like.
I think this is him. I don't know if this is him, but someone's texting me. Don't add stuff and no organs. Jesus criminy. SpongeBob is fucking gnarly.
You can't have all that beef without seasoning.
Well, I stopped eating. I don't really do. Oh, no Insta. Oh, it is SpongeBob. I have to quit Instagram and no organs. Jesus. Quit Instagram. Jesus Christ.
Instagram's gonna quit it for you. Don't worry.
Sponge, send me nudes of your wife if you want me to quit Instagram. Send me a picture of your back. I want to see your back.
That was a great interview with Don Fall.
Yeah, it was. I thought Pedro did great. I thought Don did good, but I want to hear but there's things that like I want to hear. I don't tolerate that DEI like hey dude, that's the KKK to me. Not to me, it is the KKK. It's the KKK, it's the Nazis, it's the worst of society. I just wish he'd be like stronger about it. But I know that his lady, his right-hand man over there, it was the his people's person was the was part of the DEI council at Facebook, some shit like that. And so I know he's probably in a weird position with that. I don't know if Don really knows. I don't know how awake Don is. I don't know how conscious Don is as a human.
Well, the two biggest things I took out was that guy Gra was gone.
Oh yeah, that's
Transitioned.
amazing. That's interesting, right? Yeah, Graw's gone. Good point.
That was worth the podcast right there.
Yes.
Good to hear. And he couldn't take the heat. He got out of the kitchen. He, like Andrew said, he like went private. Didn't hear from him. He just wiped himself off.
Yeah, has Hiller responded to that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you think that's Andrew Hiller got rid of him? Oh,
Dude,
shit,
I
here it
wouldn't have
is.
known.
Here it is. He posted something 18 hours ago. Andrew did on this. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Oh shit. Okay. Hey, I wonder how long Graw's been gone. That's what I want to know.
Josh Grau was another hire that kind of caused a bit of a fuss.
1 second.
I haven't heard him mentioned at all.
He'd still be in there.
Yeah, right. Hold on 1 second. You can't hear this, but we're all watching something at home. Hold on a second. We're watching this Hiller video. Hold on 1 second.
Like, is he still around? Is he still there? Has he made it through his?
Josh transitioned, so he left.
And was that just like, I'm not putting up with the level of scrutiny, or was it just like personal reasons or whatever?
Yeah, it's so personal, and so I won't go into the details on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Feel free to reach out to Josh.
Hey, it's okay.
Oh shit.
It's okay. You're
Oh, shit.
welcome. I'm just an ordinary demigod. When you're staring at a demigod.
Yeah. So Hiller writes, Josh Graw, I tagged you, but you blocked me both here and on LinkedIn. Was hired to be the CMO of CrossFit shortly after being made aware of this. I took a scroll through his socials doing this. I found multiple posts where he hadn't only never done CrossFit, but was actively making fun of people who were working out and trying to better themselves. I made a video on this, and he has left the building. Good riddance. Watch the full episode on Coffee Pods and Wads. Here's the thing too, man. The guy is a full-blown censorship nightmare. He is the fucking Gestapo, that guy, Josh Gaw. Whether you like him as a person or not, I went through all of his fucking Twitter shit, and he was against everything that Greg stood for. Everything. And so, in my opinion, Greg, the creator of CrossFit, if you stand for everything Greg's against, then you don't belong here. And just to give you an example, Facebook was pulling people down, and Twitter was pulling people down who were saying eat low carb or restricted carb diets. And that guy was a full supporter of that kind of censorship. Oh, did I lose you? Oh no, I did lose you. Hold on. You got disconnected or something. Where are you? I can't hear you. I only hear you in the phone. Do you guys hear him? What the fuck's happening? We lost Jethro? Hello? You're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back. He's also a Trump hater. Yeah. He opened, his whole life. And by the way, nothing of substance of Trump. He was never like, hey, I don't like Trump because of blah, blah, blah. It was just all name calling, childish shit. He wasn't like, hey, I don't like Trump's policy on China, or I don't like the way Trump forced the Fed to lower interest rates. It was nothing like that.
Normal shit.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, yeah. What's crazy is this. Trump will openly say, I want a Jew accountant instead of a black accountant, and people like Graw will say it's racist. And yet they will hire people strictly based on their skin color. It's like, come on,
they do.
And deny that it's like that there's something wrong with that. Yeah,
at least say it.
I think that's great that he's gone, by the way. And I wonder if Don fired him. I wonder if Don realized that. I'm gonna say Don did fire him, just in my own head, so I like Don more. I'm gonna be like, Don realized he's a douche and fired him. Hiller defeated the Nazis. Yes, Hiller did defeat the Nazis. Thank you, Jan Clark.
He said that the investors wanted to raise the prices as soon as he got there, and he said, no, just wait. Let's get some stuff in order first, and then we can do it.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway that I got. So they wanted to do this long before. He said, just chill. So we'll give it a shot.
All right. Hey, thanks for calling. I'm off to the skate park. I see suns outside.
Nice. Have fun. It's sunny here, but it's about 25 degrees.
Thank you for calling. What a good show. Jethro from CrossFit Chief Nation, Garrett, Glinton, and Brandon Waddell. This was like the most caller. This was the most like listener centric show I've ever done.
My pleasure.
All right, buddy. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Love you too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. That's that. Let me see what SpongeBob else is saying. He says, don't do it. Okay, so this is no organs. Don't add stuff. All right, no Instagram. I use Instagram to find people to invite on the show. Now that we have CEO toothpaste, CEO deodorant, I don't know. Let's get the toothpaste out. I don't really wear deodorant. I mean, I wear it like maybe like once every 6 months. God, I'm really worried about that thing on my back. What if I had the same thing Brandon has? What are the chances? It's God speaking to me. Got this crazy bump on my back. Oh, here we go. I listen. Bob, I can't talk to you, Bob. I have to go.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
It's SpongeBob.
Hi.
Hey. I'm glad you're having luck.
Yeah,
with
what
the
do you
diet.
think? But I got this thing of growth on my back that I got to have dealt with now.
Yeah, get that checked out like tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you love your kids, get that checked out.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess, yeah. I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to Waddell's wife.
I know, but just get it checked.
Okay.
You don't want to mess with that.
No.
Right? When you're younger, you're out in the sun a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Don't add.
Go ahead.
Don't be adding stuff to the meat. Just eat the ribeye. Eat it straight up. You don't need vegetables. You don't need honey. You don't like Saladino is a fraud, in my opinion. My opinion.
He's a fraud or he's lost his way?
Maybe a little of both.
Okay. All right, I have to go. I'm
But
going
you
to the
don't-
skate park. Thank you for calling, though. It's good to hear your voice.
Oh, okay. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Okay, call back soon.
Okay.
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 SpongeBob, too. Wow, what a show. Okay, talk to you guys.